be yourself. Be yourself, live your truth, and let people leave if they want to. Let people not accept you if they don't. You are not missing out because you are only missing out on conditional love. Hello, welcome back. It's been a while, I know. I've been experiencing life and truly being present and finding new ways to conquer my mind and propel myself forward in any situation. And this is one of them that I want to share with you guys. What I have perceived and how to perceive a scenario like this to help you move forward. Because losing people is not easy, especially when it's the ones closest to you. But on the spiritual journey, there's so many ways to perceive the best in things, to understand the lessons that you're trying to be taught. And I'm here to share with you my lessons. This may not necessarily be the lessons the universe is trying to teach you, but it may inspire you. It may give you a push into what your lessons are supposed to be. Life is about perspective. Life is what you make it. So I've been losing family members. The more truth I've been showing, the more I've been living what I truly believe, the more people are looking at me like I'm wrong. And I'm, betraying the people closest to me. I come from a Muslim household, a Indian cultured household. And if you know that, that is a terrible mixture. You are expected to do so many things and be a very, very particular way. And let me tell you that I am far, far from the ideal in their eyes. The first thing is I got married in a completely different way. I married someone outside my culture. I married someone without a big wedding, and my parents weren't even there. It was really just me and my husband. And until this day, I would never regret it because I know what makes me happy and I know what I believe in. And I would never give that up to make other people happy. I would never sacrifice my happiness to make other people comfortable. And I will encourage anyone to do that any day because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You have this one life to live and it's yours. And do with it what makes you happy. I'm not saying betray your family, betray your parents, but sometimes that's what'll happen. And you have to choose you or them. And I'm choosing me and I will always choose me. And I will live my truth. And it feels so good. It feels so empowering because at the end of the day, I know the people who lose are the ones who are not open-minded, the ones who love conditionally. And I know the people who choose to push me out of their life simply because of what I believe in and simply because they cannot accept my lifestyle, my mindset, because it's not the same as theirs, says a lot about the love that I was receiving in the beginning. I have two choices. I can continue living my life. I can continue living my truth and understand that these people, my family, are not going to be associated with me. Or I can pretend to be somebody else so my family is comfortable and so they can accept me and so that I have their support. But this whole experience, the lessons that's being shown to me, the truth that's being shown to me is that people love me conditionally. And that will always be the case. Because you'll only love me if I'm a certain way and you won't love me if I'm not a certain way. And that, you know what? I'm so happy that I know the truth. And I will never stop living my truth simply because of that reason. I'm just happy the truth is shown. And I know that if I would never actually live my truth, if I was a coward and if I didn't have the courage to put outwardly what my heart feels, then I would have forever lived in a lie. I would have forever been surrounded by people who love me because I make their reputation look good and not because they love me for who I am. But don't get me wrong. There's people who have shown me their true colors. Well, one person, my mother, who has shown me no matter what, she'll love me. And you know what she'll get in return from me is my absolute whole heart. And that is the misunderstanding that people have with people on the spiritual journey. You are a bad person and you betray people and you are, not understanding, and you're willing to hurt people by living your truth. That's not the case at all. And I don't understand why people can't see that. And that comes to the download that everyone who does not like you, everyone who does not accept your spiritual path, is simply a reflection and a projection of what they are going through in their life. They want to live their truth. Nobody wants to be forced to live a certain way. Nobody wants to be told who they are. And seeing someone else do that, live freely, be happy, making their own choices regardless of what people think, even your own parents, is something people are obviously gonna feel a way about, because it's not how they're living their life, but nobody wants to actually live their life being told how to live. Everyone wants to find their own life, their own path, what their heart tells them. And to hate somebody for that is somebody that you don't even need in your life. Live your truth. And if you lose people, just know that the universe will replace them with people who connect with you, who understand you, who love you, who can actually, have a conversation with you about meditation, about crystals, about whatever it is that you're into that other people are not. Stop settling for mediocre, conditional love relationships just because it's your family. Take the courage. Be yourself. Be yourself. Live your truth and let people leave if they want to. Let people not accept you if they don't. You are not missing out, because you are only missing out on conditional love. Because if you were to be a certain way, then they will give you all the love in the world, and that is not love. Loving somebody is loving them where they are, how they are, who they choose to be, and motivating them and pushing them to be better, whatever that means to them, to be happy. How are you gonna tell me what makes me happy and then hate me for doing what makes me happy just because it's not what makes you happy? Like, that makes no sense. So there's so many downloads, and people will manipulate you. People will try to brainwash others, children even, which is in my scenario. I am having my own nieces getting turned against me because of my lifestyle, because of who I choose to love, because of who I choose to forgive, with the excuse that I am brainwashing people. Like, for me, whoever's on the spiritual journey, if whatever you believe in is something that people don't accept, they're gonna be like, oh, like that's a witch, like, oh, like she's gonna brainwash my kids to think it's okay to work with crystals and think about energy. Bro, what? First of all, you don't own your kids. Your kids have a mind of their own. You cannot protect them from every little thing. They need to decide. And the more you hold them back, the more they're going to want to experience it. And that was my life. I was kept in a box, kept in a box, kept in a box. And I just wanted to escape. I just wanted to be who I want to be more than ever. And this is where I am now. Do I regret my life? No. Is there a lot of trauma that came with my life? Absolutely. But that is what helps you find the light in the darkness to survive. People who don't understand the spiritual journey have probably not had the courage to fight their own demons, to just accept life as it is. That's not who I want to be. It's tough to know that you may lose literally everyone around you. And that is my situation right now. I'm losing my brothers, I'm losing my nieces, I'm losing my parents, except for my mother. But it's still like my mother, because she's loyal, because she's Indian, she will always be loyal to my dad. But at the end of the day, she has the courage to show me love when nobody else does, because she doesn't want her own child to know that she doesn't have her mother's love. And that's the mother I inspire to be. And it makes me happy, so happy, that I at least have one person that gives me that unconditional love. And I swear to you, that is so much more meaningful than 10 people who love me conditionally. It's so different. And of course, my beautiful, beautiful husband, who is the only person in the world who knows me inside and out wholly and completely and still accepts me. And those are the type of people that I want to attract. And that is another thing. The more you raise up your frequency, guess what? Everybody who does not mesh with you, and the more they don't mesh, the more toxic they're gonna be towards you, because you just can't handle it. So I know my frequency is raising, and I'm truly moving towards my manifestations, because what my manifestations are, what they require is a certain type of frequency. And if I'm constantly around a bunch of frequency that does not mesh, they can't come along with me. And that's fine, because I will always choose what I am manifesting, my dreams. So that it's all a good sign. Just stay positive, stay strong, stay true to what you want, and let people go. Even if you love them, even if you think you love them, even if they are your closest family members, I promise you, family is just a word. Create your own. Create your own family with people who understand you, who see you, who accept you no matter what you believe in, no matter who you love. I swear, it's such a freeing feeling. It's such a great feeling that losing people means nothing. Losing people is only an indication that you're moving towards something better. And you're actually manifesting and, changing. 555 is what it represents, is change. Change also equals freedom, and change is inevitable. Thanks for listening. If you are in a loss, if you are losing people on the spiritual journey, you are definitely not alone. And it's a good thing. Don't be sad. Just be strong, and just believe and have faith that whoever you lose will be replaced with your family, your real family, your soul tribe. So just hang on in there. It'll get better.